runs cold.
Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3 in part 37 of our Count Noctilus Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode, we are going to finally claim yet again one of the Pieces of 8. We are here versus Black Buckthorn and his Slayer pirates. He has himself a couple of the Giant Slayer and normal variant. A whole heap of grumbly longbeards. Pretty much all the way across the line there. He does have some hammerers, iron breakers, some flamethrowers in the back, as well as some thunderers and organ guns bringing up the rear. So quite a nasty army, and we have our own gun line and a squad of mixed company with beasties and pistols on the side. Let's see what we got. We do outrange his artillery, so we're going to try to use that to our advantage. Bring all the lads around. We'll march this group so they kind of stay together. Everyone else I do not so much mind. Looks like they're content to sit there and wait on us to come to them. Works for me. The Dawi putting their guns in the back line is a bit unfortunate, but nothing we can't handle. Continue to scoot forward. We're going to keep moving them around the side. Could probably fire a volley on in with the Zufbar just to see how much damage we get. Probably be most useful to go through these hammers and into those other longbeards if we can. Volley away. Bowling aside some stunties. And doing fair damage. Keep moving up this side flank here. Nearly up on them, so we're going to keep moving to where we can make sure they have nowhere to go on those sides. So there's no flanking for them. We'll continue to move on around. Depth guard bringing up the rear. As soon as we get a bit closer, we can do some real damage. We obviously want to try to avoid those giant slayers with our beasties. We'll try to pull them into the pistols and let them fire in with that completely zero armor. Could be just about in range. Those organ guns are moving up to try to get some fire arcs too. That works for me. Let's see if we can tear them apart. You two focus fire on those organ guns, and you fire on the other. We will use our regular rifles on everyone else. Start moving up. Carefully, those organ guns are very dangerous.
Ahoy! Shamble on!
Go ahead and move you forward a bit. Start bringing you guys around. They may try to go for their whole army going around that way, so let's pull them back. Just kind of keep them unsure. Lots of good shots coming in from those deck guns. Tearing into those giant slayers, who have no defense from any of those rounds. Get some cannon fire through here. Good hit. Oh, we hit into 4 or 3 units at least. Don't want to give ourselves too much credit. Go ahead and, well, we'll allow them to take some damage on his way in. Fleet Admiral, go ahead and pull back. Those organ guns tore them asunder. Alright, let's go through these giant slayers, although we can just use mass to tear them up. Get away from those organ guns. Definitely activate the shanty. Everyone charge in. They should annihilate those slayers. We'll have you charge in on BLEAK Buckthorn there. Black Buckthorn. You're getting fire back from those Thunderers. Not good. As soon as we can get through that front line, we can start tearing apart the others. The organ guns have done a fair job of dodging. Go ahead and switch up our targets a bit.
Corpse crew.
We actually have what it takes to bring down their infantry line. Let's worry about... Oh, we need some more friends here. Summon in some buddies. Charge them into combat. Go ahead and pull back. Waited a little bit too long here. Gun line has been engaged. Let's go ahead and pull through. Those Slayers will fight to the very last man. Using that to their advantage big time there. You continue firing on the Slayers, everyone else push through. It's gonna be pretty much our beasties that'll be the only ones surviving this one, probably. Thunderers are moving around as much as they can. Annihilated the rest of those giant Slayers. Pull the gun mob back. Oh, wow, they really didn't escape. Slayers and Giant Slayers managed to weigh them down. So you guys keep wiping out the handguns there, and we will continue to work on Buckthorn. No reason for some moonshine. We can drop some heals down, though. Overcast in and amongst all three of the units. Now we just get these two. That's fine. Pull the gun mob back just a little bit further to start firing into those hammerers. You guys get working on the hammerers as well and move up and those shotguns singing. You guys get on in on these organ guns. Cannot have those things firing on anyone.
Pirate of the undead.
We'll drop in another pirate mob here. Probably just to stop those thunderers real quick. We'll have you switch targets.
Fleet Admiral.
Oh, hang on now. You gotta summon those zombies in. We can actually get some volleys. Keep slicing them. Pull you guys over. Most of our mortars are no longer firing. Get blasting away there. Meant to bring them through and away, but those giant slayers move quick. We will drop down another heal on... That unit's crumbling away. See if we can get them back. Thought I asked you to go after the organ gun. Get working. They have regained their leadership and will be lending those shotguns to the battle again. Gotta cool down. Get in here and see some of the fights then. We knew it was going to be a tough one. Vampire versus Longbeard. Got a perfectly exposed flank here for some rifle shots. One of these Longbeards is wandered all over though. And executed. Unfortunate. Blasting into a completely exposed flank there. We are losing some lads in the back line though, but their artillery's gone. Keep moving. Those giant slayers are going to be really tired by the time they do arrive. Let's send the crabs over since they have a little bit more armor. Gotta move quick.
From salt. Undead.
If we can move you guys closer to the others to get that heal off, that'd be way preferable. Let's drop down some more undead boys to stop those slayers. Should rip right through them. We'll drop down some of our moonshine. Try to ignore those giant slayers while we can.
Gunnery mob.
Keep moving.
Captain.
Let's drop down that overcast heal. Get everyone here.
Gunnery mob. Moving.
You come on around to help. Start blasting away those iron drakes. The slayers are doing work. There's only 6 of them. We got more allies. Let's do an overcast. We have a handgun mob. And you're going to lose that fight something fierce. You better start firing.
Always cruel.
Those iron drakes are about to break. Shattered. I think this piece of 8 is about to be ours. Even the sturdiness of the dwarves has its limits.
Orders. So be it.
We just have to defeat the last of the Slayers,
Slaughter.
which we are going to do with ranged fire. Best we can.
Gunnery mob.
Yep, no one's left with the Slayers, so let's bring them on back and allow everyone to fire on in together. Looks good, everyone else find someone to chase.
Attack.
Giant Slayers would really like to not be shot up, but such is the way. Trying to hide in the corpses of our Leviathan. Don't know that cover works like that. They're determined, aren't they? Oh, maybe not. Less determined now. Mortar shells give them the GBs. Yeah, that's unfortunate. They are going to kind of just shuffle around and get wiped out. Go ahead and give everyone else a target.
I'm here.
Just the single Dwarven lad there.
Fleet Admiral.
Those Slayers are now gone.
Both
They're going after our depth guard, huh?
slay the enemy.
I disagree. Our depth guards say no.
Charm them.
Go ahead, have you go ahead and turn around, and then we'll get some rifles singing over here. I'm going to mop up the rest of these Dawi, but I will consider this a victory. Get you all in a moment. A Pyrrhic victory, but we would pay any cost to secure one of the pieces of 8. We got to resurrect the units that I do not care so much about, so we got back our deckhand mob, and that was it. We will go ahead and assimilate those captives.
I am your master.
Indeed. And he is now an audacious Salfang, the Crown of Command, and the Vorgo Nugget, giving us the Night Terrors, which are going to be a nasty group of Mourngulls.
All bones
If we're allowed to, we'll slot them in. We are not, because we're not in friendly territory. That's fair, I guess. Go into expansion, can we do it? In nay.
At last.
Then what we'll do first is give him some skills. Got 2 of those to pass out. We'll go for Tenacity for that extra health. I lied. He'll be fine. We'll go for Combing and Preservative to keep the upkeep down. And then we'll go ahead and smush Burlock here. No reason to let them remain. I will gladly sacrifice that unit. Yep. Convenience. Go ahead and, that's not a bad assimilation either, even if it's just 3%. A Master Commander. And that faction's destroyed. We have claimed yet another. We'll switch over into Flagship Expansion and see about expanding in the direction of better cannons. Because we're going to try to send him down over here to claim the final piece of 8. It is missing to us. Ashok the Bloody and the boys of the Forbidden Coast. We'll get some orcs. They're down here all the way at Lustria. So it's going to be quite the journey, but we'll make it. We will swing back over here for another battle, and then we will do a bit of a time skip. So Noctilus is sieging out Arnheim here, and my Lear is trying to recruit up some more soldiers. We've defeated the Druki over here many times. Time to finish that on off here at Arnheim. This is going to be a Pyrrhic victory where we lose most of our boats and crabs. Well, we'll see. Alright then, lads. Let's get to tearing down these accursed walls. Start the deployment. We'll swing on over to where we normally attack from because, no, you can't make me charge through more towers for no reason. I reject. We'll take these first 3, put them right here. Kind of up a little ways, but not far enough to invoke the ire of the wall guards. Then we'll make them the first group. Second group on the other side. We're doing this just so I can kind of quick select and take out those towers fast. We'll move the mortars. I mean, I'm content to have them straight up in the front there. The towers may get 1 volley, and that is going to be all they get. See how much damage they get with it. These are the top tier towers, so I mean they're going to hurt. Chances are though they're going to be very keen on blasting apart my boats that are up close. So we'll get to avoid some of the damage to our cannons. Toss the boy down. Will and Bill, I will send through the gates on this side. I don't want them as group 2. We'll have these guys as group 2, cannons as group 3, and then our Crabos bringing up the rear. We don't really need that many of them in one group, so we can kind of send these down to help out Bill and Will once they're through. Put all the crabs in a single group, all of the largens, so we'll throw the big lobster up front. Noctilus also kind of up front, but off to the side. Leave him in melee mode. I believe that is what we need. Make sure no one has been deployed incorrectly. Everyone is all over where they're supposed to be. Beautiful. Let's do it. Start the battle. We got group 1, blow up that group. 2 there, and then 3. Whoa, the lobster got shredded. Alright, Noctilus, give him some health. And you move forward. Give them a bit more better ballistics, enchanted ballistics, if you will. And I will. Blasting apart the units on the walls. That's a lot of guys. Agreed. That was a splash attack. Didn't do the most damage there. Let's bring the terror guys back a little. Let's bring the shotguns up to actually lend their support. Tower should fall really quickly. And then we start immediately blasting apart the shades on the wall. That tower's down as well. Take down the walls. We are getting some nasty spells cast through our line. That's fine. We deal with it. Noctilus is in on the gate. Let's drop the Wraith Storm where we can, and then the Sword of Cain as well. We'll try to keep him in melee the entire time. Oh, you know this sword. We figured we'd deliver it. Express. Get in there, Noctilus. It's murder time. Send the terror guys over the top. And then Bill and Will. Get you guys into the gates. Was having too much fun with the carnage. Send you guys with the other group of crabs. Crabs, go find someone to kill. Lobster, go break down the barricade. You guys through the wall yet? Once you get through the wall, we're gonna come stand right here all as one. Be real intimidating. There, Noctilus, get some slaughter. Let's fire some Zufbar 42 pounders through here. And while that's happening, drop another Wraith Storm. I guess the first Wraith Storm. I'd rather not deal with a group of measly edgelords. You do it. Sartosa Grape Shot to knock these guys off their feet. Kick in the Sea Shanty as well. Let's go ahead and drop down a Shriek. And then charge on their heads as soon as that goes down. Get them. Where's my other Death Shriek Terror guys? Get a little bit closer there. It's a monster mash. Get through those gates. We have killed untold Druki so far. Where are all their main clusters of crossbow? Kind of like firing into that because it'll bounce through both lines. There it is. Oh, it bounced the other direction. Interesting. Wasn't expecting that. Let's pull the terror guys into these shades. Use that terror to our advantage. The ones that are in group 1, let's send them into melee. Noctilus as well. Get into melee. Drop some heals on everyone up in this front group. They all deserve it and need it. All hands Y. We will hit you, BLEAK Swords, with a taunt. Taunted. City yourselves, given the uber sass. You through the gates yet? Disappointment. Disappointment abounds. Have the cannons all working on the same group. Parageist is in a little bit of trouble. We'll get some heals when we're able. Keep Noctilus and the boys moving. You guys other one is completely exposed and just getting shot. Not something we like to see. Go help your brother. Send these two up the other path. Crabs of death. Move you all to start bombarding another lane there. Standing here works for me. Noctilus is going to keep chasing you down. Let's drop a Melkoth to slow her down. Gets chased by 3 big waddly boats. Noctilus drop down the heal on our Terrorgeist. Or not. Heal the Terrorgeist. I have nothing outside. I don't know what I'm looking out there for. Being crazy. Cannonballs are doing fine on that unit. But blast apart these shades here. That edge is too much for us. Bring yourselves this way.
I shall dominate.
It looks like you already have.
Mortals quail.
Most of the Druki have been shattered. Even the big lobster doesn't have a job. Get in here and munch on some shades, please. Standing at a brick. Hit him with some grape shot. Knock him over. It's basically a strike. Not a lot of damage there for him, but these guys are all working on this gatehouse together. Taking them an absolute minute. We just pretty much got a bunch of foot soldiers left. Let's Melkoth her so she slows down. And we'll hit him with a taunt, too. A bunch of Dark Riders want to die. I will oblige. What ripped that tower down in like a single go? That was deadly. Sword of Cain. It looks like your god of blood has betrayed you. You might want to switch sides. Drop down some more deckhands because I'm not feeling like dealing with you. Yeah, you guys get over here and annihilate these shades. A bunch of bats that aren't doing anything. All of my units are ringers, and so they don't really fight for very long. Send the big crab through into the spearmen. You keep beating down on those chariots. I'm happy to throw out another single cast of Hit of Shades. Should finish off that last bit of resistance. Oh, every time. Well, if it wasn't bad enough, a 2-story lobster appears. We will succeed, indeed. Another town falls. And a decisive victory. We gained 3,700 just from the win. We will sack the settlement. I don't plan on claiming Arnheim. We're just going to kind of run around and smash our way through the Druki homelands here to finish off the last kind of sacked settlement wins we need. Let's get moving. We'll swing on over to Corin. This should be a quick and easy auto-resolve. And a smush. More money for us. I think we could get some extra replenishment. 12% is not bad, but I don't see many of the bars going on up. We'll take it this time. Keep moving on to the Moon Shard. We would lose a boat. You and I both know we would not lose a boat. We'll have a bit of a time skip here, and then our next large major battle, or when we hit over to, or if there's nothing on the way over to the last piece of 8, I will see you all there. Welcome back, you silly sausages. Nagaron is not going to go down without a fight, so they have brought over 2 more large armies filled with Doomfire Warlocks, Charybdii, and looks like a bunch of edgy shade boys. Should be no problem, but the auto-resolve is giving us a close defeat. Chances are we may end up losing this boat as soon as things kick off because it has 220 health. I'll try to heal it, but we may just not have enough time. Let's take a look at our terrain. Oh, very nice. This looks like water here. We can deploy everyone off to the side and force them all in this little choke point. We just blast them to Kingdom Come. Let's get them. Alright then. Yep, we do absolutely have a lake down here to work with. Let's get to deploying the lads then. So we'll have
Bones and flesh.
artillery set up directly on the other side of the water here.
Undead.
Enemy, without a doubt, is going to be waiting for their reinforcements to show up before they actually move on up towards us. So we'll get set up as we do, and then allow that to kick on off. So we'll put them on the high ground to stop anyone from really flanking on around fully. I think just kind of keep an eye on things. We'll have the Rotting Leviathan off to the side here. Prometheans. Well, the Prometheans probably in just a single line. Not exactly how I like to deploy them, but we'll set them up there, and then we'll have all of the cannon line wall as well. It's just an absolute line of cannon fire. Scoot them back a smidge, and then that looks good to me. We'll have Noctilus rolling in
Noctilus.
on the middle. Terrorgeists are going to be useful once the shades get a little bit closer. They just won't be to start. So let's grab the crabs, put them together.
It shall be.
Our boats, the bats, and then Noctilus and the heroes.
End you.
That does it. Let's see how they deploy. They're going to choose to be as far away from us as they can. Let's go ahead and send Noctilus in to harry them a bit.
Out.
Noctilus in this boat. And actually, we need to go ahead and quick heal the Necrofex. Hopefully I actually got the right one. I want to get forward as well. Will and Bill moving to stop anyone from flanking around. We'll send them in and start them firing on some of these Hargoneth Executioners. Dread Spears are there, Dread Spears are there. Let's go ahead and fire on these Blades of the Blood Queen.
Them dead. Count Noctilus.
In fact, we may end up bringing Noctilus back faster.
You serve me.
Go ahead and fire a shot off. We can move in a little bit closer. Drop down a Shades as well.
Die.
Either way, cannonballs are firing on through.
Enemy enchantments. Our sorcery.
Maybe 3 cannon groups firing on in.
Our sorceresses are at work.
Indeed. They appear to be kind of lazy, though. Blasting through 2 lines there. We'll go ahead and do the same, turning it around.
Beware. Enemy spells.
Allow that to impact, and then we'll grab some Sartosa Grape Shot and do the same with this group of Dread Spears. Unit has been wiped out. Now it's his group of boys left. Fair enough.
Unstoppable.
Move the 3 forward.
It is done.
We move faster than pretty much the entire army outside of the dragon anyway, so it should be no issue. We'll go ahead and have Noctilus
Blood wins.
come on back and drop some heals on our other boat. May send another boat forward to cause some problems then for them. Reinforcements approach. I'm going to allow them to continue to blast away at them as they run in. See if you can take apart those Reaper Bolt Throwers a bit. Not super concerned with the Doomfire Warlocks, but let's bring the crabs forward to act as a shield. Should get a good deal of damage as they try to waddle towards us. Pretty good hits on those Reaper Bolt Throwers, too. Go ahead and target the Supreme Sorceress on the Dragon if we're able. See how much damage they get. Dragon being a very large target. I think we probably won't get much unless we're very lucky. Let's start pulling them back then. Take a very central position, turn Noctilus around. Actually, we can turn them around and start them firing. Kind of tear apart that group of Doomfire Warlocks. slow them down. Go ahead and get into melee with them. They don't want any of that. Shades are coming on in closer. Let's move backwards. Drop the Sword of Cain in on this group here. Get both these big boats back.
Everything dies.
Did not mean to click the sea shanty in. I was trying to grab the Norse roar there. Turn and deal. Give you the old taunt. All hands Y. Drop some deckhands in behind here. Keep waddling on home. Got shades galore on the other end. Send the boys in to deal with them. Draw them back in as much as we can. Noctilus is entirely fine up here fighting. He is a monster. Drop some heals down, and then we'll throw down some more explosives. Try to tear apart one of these groups. The enemy lord is already about to retreat. We'll do an overcast pit of shades in the middle of this group as they have to run in. You're getting all sorts of lag now. We have to take a look. This is egregious. All sorts of popping too. We're gonna battle through it for now, and I will just have to apologize to you all. She already retreats. We need to go ahead and start getting these Krabos into the forest, fighting the Doomfire Warlocks. Oh, a whole bunch of stuff came out of the forest there, didn't it? Send the crabs over to help. Should really be no problem. Raging those targets indeed. Blast some grape shot through there. You're getting splashed by all of that shade fire. Go in here chasing down Melwyn. Definitely need some overcast heals to try to get groups of lads that are taking damage. Get to ballistics to get some explosives trucked on in. Lots of people need hugs, go give them. Our artillery teams really need to be focused on any individual units they can. A lot of range coming at us. Weaken this thing up. Let's drop another pit of shades on these two units same time. As soon as that goes down, we'll all hands Y. Oh, our Krabos. They hit a lot of their shades in the forest. Really smart. Blast their souls indeed. Alright, we are actually taking some damage here. Let's get the cannons firing. Crabs are struggling a little bit here, but that's just because of the amount of withering firepower coming down on them. Noctilus is being lit up. Stop a bit of that. More heals where we can get them. Getting bogged down is why we're getting sliced apart here. Need to start getting into melee. The more we sit still, the easier it is for them to kill us. Get these Death Shriek Terrorgeist in as well. Go ahead and bring them into melee range. Noctilus is bouncing through most of these units here. Let's drop down another pit of shades, and we'll follow that up with the Sword of Cain. Here come an absolute ton of Charybdis. That's down. Let's drop the Sword of Cain as well. They have rampaged on out. Cannonballs through. Go ahead and consolidate our boats. We are losing units. Looks like one of the... I'm not sure what fell here, but I think it was just deckhands, hopefully. Try to bring as many of our units back together as we can. We are going to lose some of our crab mob. Go ahead in there, charge into that group of Charybdis. You do the same. Bill and Will are doing fine. Fire Warlock's doing a very good job charging in and out. Terrorgeist needs to get away from the Charybdis. Noctilus is taking far too much damage out there by himself. Start moving on back.
Macabre.
Drop some allies. Another Lord of theirs is down. Charge to this group of shades. Gotta stop them from firing at all costs. We have reformed our gun line for the most part. You want back as well. You guys working together on the Charybdi. Noctilus still be a chase. It's fine though. We can go ahead and taunt one of them if we'd like. Drop down some more friends to slow things up. Cannon crew took a bit of damage on that initial charge. Can you guys get back on your equipment? Do the thing. We need more powder on the best. And get that ballistics enchanted back up. Looks like we have them broken. Quite a battle, though. We are going to try to slaughter as many of these knife ears as we can, and I'll catch y'all in a moment.
Open their throats! I will not die today!
An elite Druchii Dreadlord has fallen. She only gained 37 kills. Majority of her army is very, very dead. We lost 31. Took quite a bit of damage. Was a rough battle. We'll go ahead and assimilate those captives. It is again our turn. The sword hungers. You wield the power of Cain's might. Sword strikes terror at all your enemies. On the battlefield you reap a mighty toll as foes fall before the blade with ease. Yet nightmares torment your soul, and a sickness leeches into your lands. Perhaps it is wiser to relinquish its power. You will be weaker, feebler. But is it not a price worth paying to becalm your dreams? If we keep it, we will have a less diplomatic relations with all of our factions, less upkeep, and less control for all of our provinces. But we will have the thriving Sword of Cain, giving us even further ward save, more weapon armor-piercing damage. Yeah, I think we're going to keep it. We will make do. Cain's sword is now bonded with its owner. Together they are one. Now ambition turns to dominance. So it is time. Admiral Sathara has moved all the way around. They're just attacking Ulthuan from all angles, huh? We've even got some lizards landing on our shores. Brave of them. But with that victory over the Druchii, that is all the time I have for today. I have been Space Wizard Total War. Remember to leave a like for the like god, a sub for the sub zone, and I will see you all in the next one.